bit about Multify. This is a brand new upcoming jailbreak tweak that does some pretty incredible things on iOS. It features true side-by-side multitasking, and I'm not just talking about 2 apps side by side. I'm talking 3, 4 apps side by side, true multitasking on iOS. Here's the interface where you go and actually launch an application via the Multify interface. You see the little plus sign in the upper left-hand corner? You just tap that little plus sign there, and when you tap that plus sign, then you get this. You get your layout of all your applications. You get your favorites pinned at the top. Of course, I made YouTube a favorite, made Tweetbot a favorite, made Cydia a favorite, and I can quickly access those just by tapping the little plus sign. I can switch quickly between all 3 applications just by tapping them, tapping the little indicators at the top there. Super simple, super easy to switch between apps. And you can see that the apps in this view, at least, take up most of the screen. And you can also drag an application down to the bottom of the screen like this and release, and that will get rid of that particular application from Multify's interface. You can also drag your Multify little indicator or your nub around the screen and dock it in a location that's convenient for you. So if it's in the way where it is presently, you can move it out of the way just like that. Now, along with the launch activation method that I just showed you, Multify has an open app activation method. I've assigned it to a swipe up from the bottom of the screen. You see what happens there? It actually places the currently open app in the Multify view. So that allows me to quickly switch to other applications and go back to the previous application just like that. It's really, really nice to have. And it's going to play an even bigger role once I show you the edit activation method, which is probably the hallmark feature of Multify. I'll show you that a little bit later. But first of all, I want to show you how easily videos are playable within the Multify view. So I'm playing this video right now. No problem whatsoever. And I can, of course, switch to another application just like that. Play the video there if I want to. Switch to another application just like that. So you see the real benefit here. You can quickly switch to different applications right there on the fly. It's much quicker than using the standard app switcher, much quicker. So I've showed you the open app activation method. I've showed you the launch activation method like this, but I've yet to show you the edit mode. And really, the edit mode, like I was saying, is the hallmark feature of Multify. It allows you to do some really, really cool things. And I'm going to show you why it's so cool. You can actually run multiple apps side by side with edit mode invoked. You can actually resize apps with edit mode invoked. So I'm going to triple press on the home button right now. Actually didn't do it right there. Let's try it again. I'm going to triple press on the home button right now. And now you see the app goes dark, and I can actually pinch the app and move it around just like this. See that? That is edit mode, ladies and gentlemen. That is the edit activation method that I have assigned in the preferences for Multify. So you can see that I am basically running 2 apps side by side. I have the Safari app in the background, and I have Tweetbot in the foreground, and I can actually scroll on both of those applications and view them at the same time. So I can have real multitasking here, read things on one application, type things on another application. As you see I'm doing here, I'm actually typing on this little bitty keyboard, but it does work, as you see that I'm doing right now. In Tweetbot, I'm composing a new tweet while reading in the background. I can play that video if I wanted to in the background in Safari there. So I've just tweeted out. Perhaps you saw that tweet earlier if you follow me. So now let's try edit mode again. Let's open up an app. Let's see, what should we open up? Should we open up an app? Let's just do YouTube. I have all my favorites there. So I'm going to invoke edit mode again, drag that along and resize it. You can see you can even have it kind of catty-cornered like that. But I'm going to try to get these side by side, or at least somewhat close side by side here. Let's move that one down a little bit. Alrighty, we'll just resize it. And let's do YouTube a little bit more. Well, it's not perfect, but you get the point. So now we're going to exit out of edit mode, triple tap the home button there, and I can, as you see, scroll on both of those apps. I can play that video. I can even interact with the app in the background behind that app. So you see I have 3 applications running basically at the same time, courtesy of Multify. Now, you may be wondering, what type of preferences are there for Multify? Are there any preferences to set up? Well, of course, yes. There are quite a few preferences that you'll find for Multify. First of all, let me just close these out by just dragging down to the bottom like that. Now we got that taken care of. Let's talk about the preferences for Multify. At the top, you have Multify color. So that is the background color of the Multify interface. It's set to dark gray right now, but we're going to change that over to something else. How about, try red. Let's give that a shot. All right, so let's move that nub out of the way. There we go. All right, so you also have background styles. Right now it's set to a black blur. We can change it to, let's change it to opaque. So it's just completely red. You also have your favorite apps. You can assign favorites. I already had some assigned. You saw I had YouTube, I had Cydia. I'm going to put camera there as well. How about calculator as well? All right, and now you have your activation method. So you have your launch activation method, your edit activation method, and your open app activation method. This right here, double tap, is my launch activation method that I've set that allows you to launch the Multify interface. This is my open app activation method, sliding up from the bottom. And you already saw my edit activation method. Also, notice the red opaque background now that we set there. You saw my edit activation method. That was the triple press of the home button. And I'm going to do that right now so you can see it again. So there's edit mode for Multify. That's really cool. Let's keep it sideways. Sitting sideways, right? So this is Multify, ladies and gentlemen. It is an upcoming, and I mean very, very soon, jailbreak tweak. It will touch down in the very near future. And I don't mean sometime in the distant future. I mean very, very soon. And it will be $5 on Cydia. So folks, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think this tweak is going to be as awesome as it looks? Sound off down below in the comment section. Make sure you drop me a like as well and subscribe if you haven't. This is Jeff with IDB.